Hello, I'm Dr. Caldwell with Phoenix Mobile Veterinarians, and today I'd like to help you learn more about parasites and how they affect your dog. Together with my assistant Rebecca, we're going to be answering some questions you have about them.
Dr. Caldwell, how old does my dog need to be to start parasite prevention?
On your first visit with your veterinarian, you're going to be speaking about parasite prevention. Typically, that's going to be about 6 to 8 weeks old, and that's actually when we can start.
What are intestinal parasites and how do I get rid of them in my dog?
Intestinal parasites are an organism that lives inside the gut of your dog. Now, as far as getting rid of them, there's several different ways that a veterinarian can do that. However, it's going to be crucial that we first test to see exactly what you have, so we can accurately target them.
What are external parasites and what can I do to prevent them?
External parasites are going to be living on the skin of the dog. Those are typically going to be the fleas, the ticks, the lice, and things like that. If you see those or if they're found on an exam, you're going to want to speak with your veterinarian so we can give you medication to specifically treat those as well.
How soon should I bring my dog into the veterinarian if I suspect they may have parasites?
If you suspect parasites, I would recommend getting to your veterinarian as soon as possible for multiple different reasons. The health of your animal and then also the health of you, because some of the parasites can actually spread to people as well.
How will a veterinarian diagnose parasites in my dog?
Well, there's a couple different ways. If we're talking specifically about internal parasites, then usually the best way that we can actually test for that is by doing a fecal sample, by collecting a fresh fecal sample, usually about the size just enough to cover the surface of a nickel. We can actually send that to the lab and get the results back to see exactly what they have. Depending on what they have, like I said earlier, we give them a very specific treatment for it. Now, external parasites, that's something that we can usually actually see during the exam itself. If it's a flea, you can see the little black dot. If it's a tick, you can see them as well. But regardless, if we see any of those, we have medications to specifically treat those.
Is ringworm a parasite?
No, it's not. Ringworm is actually a fungus. It has a name that sounds like a parasite, but it's actually a fungus that just forms a little ring on the skin.
Why is early detection and diagnosis of parasites so important?
The earlier that we can diagnose and treat a parasite, the better chances that we have of giving your dog a very long and healthy life. Remember, parasites have to feed off of the dog in some way in order to survive. And so if we get rid of them, your dog's going to have less stress on their body, and there's a potential for less spread in the environment, and once again, less spread to people with some of these parasites as well. If you have any other questions, give us a call at Phoenix Mobile Veterinarians.